Alrighty, how's everyone going? Hello everyone, is LizGuy74. We are doing another live stream. Um, we're going to continue to draw my my OC, my character. I'm just gonna double check the fact that I'm live. Yep, I'm live. Okay, that's good. Alright. Critter. Where is it? Here it is. Alright. So last time we shaded all this in and we made some lines here, a bunch of line work. Um and so now we're gonna continue with that, I think. Oh, let me just do I have his teeth shaded in? Yeah, I do, I think. Yeah. Pretty sure I do, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Jesus. Um I'm gonna bring this knob back down to 20. And then we can keep drawing. So 21, 20, there we go. Um and yes, we were drawing the lightning, the hell lightning or what whatever. Um, hmm, I'm trying to think. Like, should I make that smaller? Might make that just a tad bit smaller, maybe. Maybe we make that like 15 or something. Like whoop, whoop, whoop. 17, 16, 15. There we go. All right. Let's see. Hmm. And the way I usually just draw lightning, the way I think it comes out kind of convincingly, right? That you just draw these very jagged, unorthodox looking, crazy lines, and it really helps to give the lightning a very unpredictable and kind of uneasy looking, uneasy looking, I can't think of the word, um, look to it, I guess. Um, and, Yeah, preferably you'd want to do something like this with thinner lines so that this stuff so that the lightning can have more of a jagged look. Because a lot of like triangles and jagged lines give an impression of like danger and intensity, which is good, basic, shape language. Um hmm. I just remembered, I don't know whether I think it was like here where it's like I have them almost connect, but not really. And again, it helps to increase that kind of uneasy, intense look that I'm kind of going for with this lightning effect. And you can get some really cool shapes if you just draw the line back and forth, kind of like what I'm doing. Very like poppy looking, intense shapes, which is super cool. Um, but yeah, I think that looks good for now. Then we could start filling some of this in the back, kind of like here. We go down to the fill bucket tool, and we fill this in. There we go. Look at that. And then we can fill this in and this in because I think those two are like full line things, and the rest of these are kind of like not. Um, but yeah, I mean, it looks pretty dang cool. And another way to really like accent this to really kind of make it look like it's glowing, I found, right, is that I'm pretty sure you can just like I can do something like this, or like it's on the much like brighter side. At least I'm gonna try and do something like this. We'll see how it looks. Oh, Either it's gonna look really big, good, or really bad, and we're gonna figure it out. Oh my god, excuse me, I keep burping up a storm. Jeez, we can bring that down to like 10. No, not 6. There, 10. 10? Yeah, 10. 10. Okay, something like this. Yeah, it'll give a similar effect to kind of what I'm looking for. It's not maybe exactly what I'm looking for, but again, it gives a similar sort of impression. Um, I don't know why that's like. Oh, that's like that because of the line in the mid. Oh, okay. Oh, what else? Oh, well, it's fine. I'm gonna keep going across here till we get to like maybe here or something, and then we can just bring that in like this, like that. Kind of just go in there because it's not supposed to be like exactly connecting, but like kind of just more or less, kind of just very intense and jagged and stuff. And there we go. Now we can fill that in and see how that looks like that. Oh shoot, what happened here? Okay. Let's see. Um, maybe like there. That might help. Yeah, there we go. Um, Not exactly what I was thinking. Maybe if I make it like a little bit brighter, like this, that might help. Maybe I don't. Hmm. I mean, again, there's gonna be some things that are kind of off here and that are not exactly to my liking, but it's just how the process goes sometimes. I'm not sure what color would be good to have like a. I'm trying to give the kind of like a glowing effect, right? And so like a good way to do that is like I know with like something like blue lightning, you have a darker blue and then a light blue on the inside to give it kind of a like a very crackly effect. I haven't really done it with like red before, so I don't know. I mean it looks fine, but like I don't know, it just feels kind of off. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Um, I mean it looks all right. It looks decent. Um, but I mean I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Hmm. This is coming out pretty good. Again, I think when it comes to stuff like this, it's just good that you're getting your ideas out there, even if it's not exactly to your liking. Like this isn't exactly what I would call my best work. Um, but I mean, it still looks pretty damn good for what it is. And heck, I mean, I think the fact that I can say that this isn't my best work, like with absolute certainty, is a sign that I'm growing as an artist. You know what I mean? Um, and so, yeah. Um, hmm, I don't know. Um, I don't really know where I was going with that. I guess if you wanna, if you like art stuff, don't like give up on it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people who might say like, "Oh, art is like too hard," or X, Y, or Z. It's just like, yeah, it definitely can be, but like that's no reason as to why you should like give up on it. You know what I mean? Like, just do what you like doing, and don't let your lack of confidence in something stop you from doing it. Because again, like I don't think this is my best work, but someone else might really like it. And, it's just like you have to be willing to take in other people's perspectives and think about and see how they would feel about a piece of art that you made. Because, it's stuff like that happens with everyone. Um, that I think, yeah, this coming along pretty well. I'm gonna add one more little thing. I'm gonna add some like ambient cube stuff in the background. I might still do that, but it's gonna be a bit less. I'm planning on doing like some shading related stuff um in a little bit. Gonna check the time I've got. Alright, still making some time. Has it been 10 minutes? I don't know. Anyway, it's alright. Alright, think. What can I do and what should I do? Those are two very different questions. uh, hmm, okay. Well, I think I'm going to. I think it'd be cool if I like connected this like that, and then we brought this like over like this, and then we did like that. Yeah, that looks cool. And then we can fill in one more like a little lightning. I don't know what you'd call it, like a chunk, like a lightning chunk. And yeah, so like that can go there. Also, I realized that I was on the wrong layer to draw that, but oh well, it'll probably work out in my favor anyway. Um, you just stay oh, wrong color. Stay positive about your art, your artistic journey, because who knows where it'll take you. Um, that then we can move over to this one after I've copied that. Um, we do like here, and then this could go down, and then like we could do this and this and this and this and this and this, and like this can go in here, and then like that and here. There we go. It's pretty decent. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Uh, we can fill this in like that. Yeah, there we go. Looks pretty nice. Pretty nice, if I do say so myself. Um, all right, now here's the interesting part. As if any of that wasn't interesting enough. The real, like, creating and stuff. So here we go. We can add the real details when it comes to Damian and the back real the background. Yeah, this is where it gets real fun. Okay. So we can go back up to here. I think this is already on 10. So I might add a bit more detail to his hand. I might not. But I know I want to add just a smidge bit more yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Just a smidge bit more detail to like his grimace, right? And so his little scowl. So we're gonna pop that down to 5. And then gonna like people be able to see that. Oh yeah, that's great. Like we can like put this here and there, and then like we can put some stuff underneath his eye. Maybe something like here, and then like something else also right here. And like you really want to have it on the bits where it's gonna like curve and what is there some did I accidentally draw something? Like places like this, and like we could have some lines under his eye like this, and like eh, looks a bit wacky. Or maybe like his um like I don't want him to look too wacky, you know? He's supposed to be more serious, and the more lines I think you give something like this, some like it can depend, like, you know, sometimes it can look wacky, sometimes it can't, and I want to give detail to this guy, but like not to the point where he looks goofy, you know. So I might just like um I might make a big line kind of here, and then we do two more like here and here. There. That's like I think that's a pretty good amount. Um can make his eyebrows really like forehead creasing like this. Like that. Yeah. Something like that. Um hmm. Like add some maybe wrinkles to his knuckles or something like here and here and here and here. Yeah, look at that. All right. Uh add like another like a cool line like here and here and here. Yeah, look at that. That's isn't that cool? Um, might make that a tad bit bigger actually. Same like shape though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Since his hand is kind of like in a kind of octagonal kind of looking way, we can just kind of play with that and really just like there's his finger. Like it's supposed to be kind of like angular, I think that gives a good enough impression, more or less. Um, all right, okay. We're getting places. We're moving it. Um, that looks pretty good, pretty good. And now we can do some interesting stuff with like shading. So we get this blue here. I want to give it to like a kind of a pastel look, maybe. You know, kind of contrast with the other stuff going on. Like the blue will accent the white stuff. So like we can just add some shading here because it's like it's supposed to be like his mouth or whatever. And since it's like at an angle, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Do something maybe like this, and then maybe it like comes up like that, and then so let's see how that looks. We can fill this in. Maybe something like that. All right, okay. Not half bad. All right. Okay. Not half bad. Not half bad. All right. We kind of do something with the underside of his fist too, oh my god, excuse me. That might be too much of a blue. I might tone that down actually, but we'll see. Um kind of like at an angle. We can do something like that. supposed to be like a very light blue, so I might change the color of this later, but we'll see. That there. I think it looks good for now. All right. Yeah, this is going places. Okay. Um. Hmm, hmm. I'm trying to think if this is supposed to be like the shadow. I'm trying to figure out how to add some depth. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I like now I can definitely add something like this. Like that's simple. Simple enough. And if the light is coming from like the left side and it's casting like a blue kind of funky looking shadow, trying to think. Like if this blue bit is supposed to be like the bottom part of his hand, again, that's kind of leaning into the shadow. I'm trying to think like if his knuckles are going like this way. Symmetry, William. That's my real name, by the way. William. Um, hmm. I think I could still do like the shadow kind of facing more like to the right, like going to from the right to the left, simply because like the rest of his fingers aren't really going to be in frame necessarily, but you know, that's the thing, just experimentation. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. We can get rid of that, and then we can like really just this is gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna look really cool actually. Do something like this. That, and then like that. Okay, yeah, that looks really cool. Um, there, here, like that. Kind of want to make them kind of bold like that, so that gives a sense of depth. And I don't think there'll be anything there because again, the light's kind of shining from from this kind of upper area, so it should be fine when it comes to that. Um, that's turned out pretty freaking cool. Ah, get some water real quick. Um, I might not be able to see the chat, not because I don't want to look, but just like I think having a separate screen for something like that would be a lot better. Simply so I could like look at chat while also doing other things. I think there's a feature now um on YouTube where like you can kind of do that like manually, where like you can open a separate tab for things like your chat, but I don't exactly know. So that there, and then like that can go someplace like this. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's pretty damn cool. All right. And then the last little touch will be like background stuff because I really want to give this thing. Oh my god, excuse me. Um, a really interesting looking background. Okay. So I'm trying to think. He's kind of like in a box like void. So like I'm thinking again, if the light is coming like from this kind of angle, this more head-on angle like this, then I think it would still make sense to have box area kind of be like um let's make it like right. Again, I didn't mean to do that. Let's make it like something like here, or like kind of here. Oops. Okay. Like like here. I'm really gonna zoom in for this. Okay, so like here. So that there, and then that there, and that there, and then that there to here, and then to here, and then to here, and then to here. And then we can fill this in and see how that looks. Yeah, okay. Looks pretty good. Pretty, pretty good. All right. Very, very funky. Yeah, okay. Uh, yeah, he's in like a funky looking room or something. Very, abstract. Um, yeah, very much. Very, my dad messaged me. I'm doing good, Dad. Thank you. I use voiceover a lot on my phone because it's helpful for me. It's very convenient. Um, but yeah, that looks like a very pretty convincing room and lighting and all that stuff. I think I might call it there with the drawing. Because yeah, that looks pretty sick in my opinion. Pretty damn cool. Just trying to draw something a little bit more complex, like maybe a cube or something, but I might not. I think I'm just gonna do this for now. Um, but yeah, pretty dope. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna draw a little bit of electricity around his face and hand real quick, just so I can really like give a bit more of a cool impression, I guess. So I can go back to, I can really quickly just like go back to red, this red here. I really like pop art and bright, like colorful stuff. Oh, excuse me. And of course, you know, Damien, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Um, my character, was inspired a lot by that, and also just like, old school web cartoons and stick figure stuff, like the classic stick fight animation sort of things. So like we have that there, and like there's some bit of electricity coming off of him here, and like there's also more kind of like going off in this direction. Maybe it's like connecting slightly over to that one. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, here we go. Alrighty. I'm gonna draw a little bit of some more, just like jagged lines here and there. Again, just to add a tad bit more chaos. Um, and yeah, uh, almost there. Oh, this is actually turning out to be pretty sick. Um, again, not what I originally intended, but it's turning into its own thing, and I'm working with what I was doing, and it's turning out shockingly good. Making lemons into lemonade, as they say. Hell yeah, this is sick. Woo! I haven't I haven't felt this excited for a drawing in a hot minute, man. Okay, we can do some stuff on the fingers like you 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 you. Nice. Just add a bit of crackles here and there. One, two. And then like the really short ones can be like a really just a nice emphasis on stuff, I guess. If that makes any sense. Is that good? Kind of messes with. Well, actually, no, that's fine because like the lightning's supposed to be in front of his hand anyway. There we go. Okay. Is it too chaotic? I feel like I shouldn't have those near as. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna like. Don't have too again, not too much detail on these things either, because it can mess with the symmetry. I'm really getting into this now. Okay. See, so like we want a bit that shows his knuckles so that it doesn't become too overwhelming and stimulating. And then we can have just that. And okay, yeah, here we go. Heck yeah. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That looks awesome. Heck yeah. All right. I'm going to quickly save this as, we can save it as, and we can go to my, oh man. I've got or I've made section, drawings. And then we can rename this to dynamic D final, 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 final. There we go. And then we save this as a PNG. So I'm pretty sure I'm pretty done with it. Like I think this looks satisfying to me. Let me save that. And now it's a PNG. And I'm gonna upload it to Newgrounds later. Fuck yeah, this looks awesome. All right. Um, well, I'm also probably gonna make this as like the image that I do for the thumbnail too. I haven't. Well, I'm gonna close out a Krita now that that's saved. And now we are here. Um, so again, I haven't really used this in a minute. I'm not really sure. Um, viewers, nothing right now. If I end this, do I like? Can I mess with the stream stuff? Or I mean, can I choose when to upload it? Um, I don't know. I guess I'll figure that out. But yeah. Alrighty. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And without further ado, I'll see you on the next one. Hell yeah, we did that drawing. Um, and heck yeah, it's pretty sick stuff. I hope you like the drawing. Hope you like the stream, and I'll see you.